All right, hey, happy Friday, everyone. We're gonna talk through the Draftkings slate for today. Um, for some reason, I thought it was 4 games, but it's actually 3 games today. Um, so I think all the teams have, most of the teams have some worthwhile elements. So let's dive into the optimizer. I usually do tournament mode. Let's say 2 uniques, 20 lineups. I don't do a lot with the randomization. And then one thing I'll do is I'll change the fantasy point range to 6. So you drop from the 70 players to the 36 players that we'd realistically consider. So at the bottom, we have Jack Velling. He's a tight end from Michigan State. I really like Michigan State because they're coming off of a rough slate where they played Oregon and Ohio State and Penn State. So, wait. Anyways, they have a huge total. They're likely to not be as owned as UTSA and UNLV necessarily.
That's not a muffin. Oh, sorry, that's not a muffin.
So it's a good slate. Let's see what we get. On a small slate like this, I'm willing to go 70%.
Sorry, it's for Benji's.
As far as stacking, the receivers are pretty loaded, so I think I just stack with no less than one receiver. So let's do that.
Is this Bunny the Bear?
Yeah, it is. All right, so we get our 70%. So we're getting a lot. These are the 4 quarterbacks of the 6 that I want to have a lot. Haj Malik, best floor and ceiling. Childs, rock solid at this price, huge total. We're gonna play him a lot next year because he's a stud. Nick Marsh is an impressive true freshman receiver, so perfectly fine to be here. White's a stud. White's Haj Malik's guy, so we're gonna get a lot of Ricky White in flex and receiver. Kind of a shallow running back pool. Worthy, I'm gonna boost up to get he's a core play for me. And then let's see what we're getting here. Okay, so this is a receiver. This is a receiver slate, so it's good that we're getting basically 100% receiver and flex. Yeah, a bunch of good options. Lockhart, I love. Wright's a huge target monster for Temple, veteran. He's been playing since 2019. Houston Thomas has had his moments. I mentioned Velling as a cheaper option. So let's see what happens when we boost up Worthy. So hopefully with boosting up Worthy, we get less Maccabee. He is cheap. 4,400. I think the Michigan State guys are interesting. I probably want more Michigan State and less Maccabee. Same thing with Childs is that they're getting positive regression going from those tough matchups now to the best matchup in Purdue. So I really want, other than Worthy, I think I want to spread out the running backs. So
That's my muffin.
I don't know. Running back could be the big differentiator on this slate. So sometimes I'll do that where I have one core play at a position and then I'll lower the exposure maximum on everyone else. So good. So I don't know. Jet Thomas is interesting too. It's just a lot of variance in the running backs and whereas the receivers are well established fantasy plays. So yeah, a lot of Haj Malik, a lot of Childs. Fun with the other guys. Yeah, so Carter, I this is pretty good. I might boost up Henry a little, but I like where we're at. And then you're not reliant on Maccabee as much. And then receivers, I'm fine here. Michigan State's very concentrated, so I don't mind double stacking even. So like this is pretty interesting because all the Michigan State guys could definitely get home. So it's really just mixing and matching. I'm pretty happy with these, so I think I'll just download this CSV and then move on to Fanduel. Hey, let go, not in the bucket. Come on.
What? Oh, did he get in my bucket?
Zev, let go. Okay, so
it's too heavy. I need water. So I can go
okay,
get
let's
my
do FanDuel.
I can't read it. No, don't get him.
Stop. All right, so FanDuel, same thing. I'll do the 20% or 20 lineups. And let's see what we get. I'm going to reset the projections. I was kind of playing with FanDuel to see what I needed to get McCown because
what's going on? My muffin! Benji, not my muffin! Benji, not my muffin! Benji, these are mine!
all right, so
These are mine!
what did I really like on? Yeah, so Childs and Egat are Childs is really cheap here.
I need space.
Ryan Brown, if we get any word he starts, I think he's viable here. That might not happen. That I'd be surprised if that happens. So yeah, again, I think these are good plays. Everyone's in play. Even Simon's a better play on FanDuel, I think. Um, running back, same thing where it's just not great. So there's no one I really want to invest in other than Worthy. I'll elevate, but yeah, receivers. It's gonna be a tight build. There's some value with UTSA. It just there's so many guys that it makes it hard for FanDuel. But let's see what we get.
Now it's my turn. There's an emergency. I'm stuck here. There's an emergency.
All right, so yeah, well, we don't love Maccabee. It looks like we're gonna get different mixes of guys. So I'm not really on Littleton. Trying to weigh out. I think stack rules are more challenging on FanDuel. We're getting some inherently. You're getting this more on like a lineup like this. I'd want if Nash and Lockhart are in, you need EGET. So I might just stack to like prevent the. Just some of the dual dual receiver, no quarterback builds. So okay, I'll do it in a second, Rosie. Okay, so good. These are looking good where you get Childs and Velling. That's a great cheap pairing. Nash is in play. So we're getting a good mix of these three guys, which I like. This is a game stack. So I think we're looking pretty good here. So if you make the rules, I think it'll be good. This one's kind of interesting with you can decide whether you want both running backs or not. So I could see this getting home, but just risky whenever you do two running backs. So I'll probably elevate Worthy right here. Jet Thomas, I'm fine with like 50%. Same with the other guys, and I think that should get some. This is a problem of doing the percentages too low. You could end up with these guys, so I'll probably do the same thing too, where I make it a 6% range, so we get a 30-player field, perfectly fine.
Behind the couch.
And so these are looking pretty nice. Michigan and State and UNLV stacks. the two top quarterbacks stacked. We definitely want some game stacks, which I'm sure we'll get. Here, so this one's where are we at for? Maybe we'll do 50 of each too.
That you were little? That you being little?
Yeah. All right, but I think we're good. I'll upload this and have a good night, everyone.